I am the principal here at Du Bois Prep Academy Elementary Entrepreneurship. My education philosophy is quite simple. Every child has the ability to learn, but you must tap into the interest of that learner. I'm a huge proponent of the 3 R's, which is relationships, relevance, and rigor. Once you tap into the relationship of that child, you relieve a lot of the anxieties that a lot of children face. And if you make learning relevant to that child, then the rigor is going to automatically present itself. So that's one thing that I've always believed in. And as an educator, that's a philosophy that I live by. It's quite simple. As a child, I have always loved dolls. It started initially with my dolls. And it started with my younger brother, who I felt that I was his mom at the time. So I've always been one to share my learning. So every time I learned something, I taught it to my younger brother. And he became the only live student in my classroom, meaning that I had him and I had an array of my dolls that pretty much covered the perimeter of my bedroom. So he was the only live child in my classroom. More importantly, it was the educators that I encountered. I am very blessed to say that I had a lot of educators through my path of this journey that really pushed me. They saw strengths in me that I didn't know that even existed. And for those educators that really challenged me, who I initially did not care for, I end up loving them so much. And as a matter of fact, we still communicate quite often every day. So I believe that the impact of those positive role models in my life and just my initial passion for just leading and teaching. I was a bossy child, just to let you know. So I just do believe that that initial passion that just lied dormant in me also put me in this position. My mom stated to me really early in life that she knew that I would be a teacher. And I asked Mom, well, how do you know? She said, because as a child, you always possessed that quality of helping people and wanting to teach everyone. Everything you learned, you wanted everyone to know. So I think that it was just, I was just born for this career. I want my students to be college and career ready. And I know that that's something that's pretty much the buzzword now. But what I mean by that is I want them to have that level of confidence to where there's no barriers in pursuit of what their dreams are. I want my scholars to be able to read fluently. I want them to have a passion for reading. I want them to be very confident in themselves. But more importantly, I want them to be able to compete globally with other scholars around the world and take that chance in doing that and impact the community, because that's really what it boils down to. I want, as they always say, each one to teach one, and what they get from here, I want them to take that and touch someone else, and it becomes that domino effect. Excellence at this school looks like its engagement, its passion, it's students that has that level of what we call productive struggle. So what I mean by productive struggle, you may have a scholar that's struggling, but you may see that that scholar is not going to give up. And you have that teacher that's constantly coaching that student and not really giving him or her the answers, but yet giving her the tools or him the tools to navigate through that task in order for them to be successful. Excellence in schools also involves just a level of professionalism. As you will see in our building, our students are uniform. We're a uniform-based district. So just instilling in them the presence or the life skill of how you present yourself in everything that you do. The way that you present yourself is going to tell people who you are before you even open your mouth. So excellence in this school is pushing yourself on all levels, and you will see that. Every child in this building looks pretty much the same, and what I mean by that is you will never know the kids that are struggling. You will never know the kids that are experiencing hardships, because when they come to us, we treat them the same, and we push them to go beyond their skill set. We push them to go beyond their adversities that they face, and more importantly, we instill in them that level of confidence to let them know that we're here for them. What we're doing differently to impact education is the 3 R's. I have to go back to the 3 R's. The relationship piece, the relevance piece, and the rigor.